it's the Guru, and welcome to the Geek Itself. Today, we will be reviewing Killmonger, issue number one. Let's go. Yo, pretty good issue of Killmonger by Marvel, of course. Um, they retconned his history a lot, and I didn't know how I felt about that because I think he pretty much had a great backstory. But he did a good job, and I was really kind of worried about this book because I am not a fan of social justice warrior type rhetoric in my books and feminism and all that. I don't subscribe to it, and this book did have uh, some of it in it, but they didn't beat you over the head with it. But it did start off with a big chunk of what I hate, but I was able to move beyond that to actually enjoy this first issue. Um, let's get with the story. I'll try to be as spoilers free as possible. It starts off Killmonger's a little kid. Shows out his father totally dies a different way, so he still starts off pretty much as an orphan, and he's actually pretty much raised by Claw. And he does a whole bunch of things. He's getting used and all this stuff, but of course, he still is an intelligent kid, so he figured things out and he deals with them accordingly. And it forwards him from him being that kid to showing him he grows up to graduate from a prestigious college. And he speaks to one of the counselors, once again, who I'm not going to say really wants to use him, but she's actually offering him a whole lot of job opportunities and stuff like that. And she happened to be a white woman, and things happened that was kind of weird. It was kind of weird the way they wrote it because, like I said, when you add a lot of social justice rhetoric into it, it kind of retconned what he had did in this because she was trying to help him the whole time, pretty much seemed like it, and they still try to paint her off as she's an evil white woman, just like Claw. Pretty much everybody here that's white is evil. You know what I'm saying? And they did pretty much one thing I did say they didn't feed into a lot of feminism because if you just had white skin, it wasn't just white men that was evil. It was pretty much white people in general. But which I thought I paid a good issue with this comic, man. But you got to see it. It did flow, and he tries to assassinate somebody, but he's stopped. And the person that stops him kidnaps him and takes him back to the crew. And they pretty much, he's getting interrogated, trying to figure out ways from why was he trying to assassinate this certain person. And, Killmonger was, ballsy dude. He pretty much like, I ain't saying nothing. Do what y'all got to do. I don't care who you are, who you with, who you're affiliated with. I'm not saying nothing. So he was a G. He was a G. This whole comic book, Killmonger was a G. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, the person that actually captured him was a white man who you can say is evil because he kidnapped him. Well, he wasn't the one to kidnap. He had his henchmen do it. And one of the henchmen was actually a woman of color. I put it that way. But everybody else is white in the crew, including the dude. And we introduced a big villain in here. There's a big villain in here. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I was shocked to see this guy in a Killmonger comic, and see them two get tied in together. So I'm trying to figure out where they're gonna go with the story on this part. So it was kind of intriguing. I said, wow, they got this dude in there, Killmonger. Okay, go ahead, Killmonger. Step your game up with this villain. It was a legendary villain, guys. So he goes back and he try to think about what happened in his own place, and once again the people run down on him again. They realize that he pretty much it showed his being, like I said, he was a G. It pretty much shows that most of the time he was very arrogant because he was very intelligent. So this white guy that's supposed to be evil, the evil white man, pretty much showed him flaws. Like, look, you're underestimating people. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much that's gonna be your downfall. So Killmonger sees things a little differently, but he still, he's a hothead, standoffish, and he starts communicating with the spirits of his country and stuff like that. So he still has the spirits in him to want to go back to Wakanda. But he's just trying to find his way back because the way his father died and the way he got left that country and all the things happening to him in America, even to this day. So he has a lot of things going on within himself. And now this crew's dealing with him. They want him to join up with this crew. And he has a lot on his plate right now, on his mind. Because now the guy that he was trying to assassinate pretty much is his enemy. And he's dealing with this crew now that also could become a big enemy if he doesn't go the right path. So he's got to do something. And it pretty much ends off with a lot of, I guess you want to say, soul searching, which direction he's going to go, which is he going to deal with these people, or he's going to be a lone wolf, what's going to happen to Killmonger, so like I said, it was pretty interesting first issue. I will be reviewing part 2, which I already got. I just ain't did the video yet. It does have, you're really against social justice warrior rhetoric. It has a little bit in it. It's there, but it's not overwhelming. I was overwhelmed to me. It was a whole lot of feminism in it, so far in this issue. So I enjoyed it. It was interesting. And I just want to see where they're gonna go with this story because, it's totally different from what we saw in the Black Panther. He's almost a different character. The look, everything about him is not everything, but he's different. He is different. And even at the beginning, they show a fight between him and Black Panther, and it's kind of, is it real? Is it not? Was it a dream? Was it a foreshadowing what's going to happen? What's going on with it? So check the comic book out, man. I do recommend buying this issue. Support your local comic book stores. They're going out of business. They need help, man. Please go buy an issue. Support the industry. I would recommend you spending money on this one. Scale of 1 to 10, I give this a solid 7. And pretty good read, entertaining. It did its job, so that's all we can ask for comic books, to be entertained. And I definitely was entertained, and I will be reviewing issue number 2. So if you liked anything I had to say, you like the review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. This is the Geek Assault channel, the one-stop shop for all your geek culture needs. And I am the guru, and I am out. Peace.